That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Mondays.
Monday. On a Tuesday.
Very good. What do you got over there, Chris?
All right, I believe this might be the greatest ORM and a T ever.
Okay.
I have some very spicy
This
takes.
is some...
And I'm looking forward to fantasy
Big.
analysts nationally to pick them up.
This is some big advance notice.
Okay.
What do you got?
First up, off of last night's game. Oh, first off, everybody good?
We're
Tuesday?
good.
Everybody
We're
good?
good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm all right.
All due respect, TJ, the Lions are the new America's team.
What's your metric?
Yeah,
What are you talking
how are
about?
you building this?
My metric is everyone roots for them. Do you know anyone who doesn't like the Lions?
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone?
I don't know them.
Everyone's rooting for the Lions.
They are?
Everyone wants to see them go to the Super Bowl.
They're very
and everyone
rootable.
loves Dan Campbell.
Who is everyone?
Dan Campbell has a perfect Q rating. The Lions have a perfect Q rating. Jared Goff goes from LA to the Midwest.
who
that
hates
doesn't
Jared
happen.
Goff?
It's
Perfect.
opposite.
Stanford
You go from the Midwest to LA. You don't go backwards. Everyone loves these guys. Everyone wants them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think they are the new America's team.
I don't know if they're
back on that,
everywhere
Richard.
around. Like America's team, I also envision they're everywhere. You know, when they're traveling, and we'll see how they. I mean, they show up.
They're going to come out of the
All right,
woodwork.
I'll buy it.
Just tell them it's an overreaction,
I'm partial to the state of Michigan. You know that.
Of course.
Tell them it's an overreaction. Tell them.
I'll buy it for two reasons. One, because I'm partial to Michigan, and two, it pisses TJ off.
Oh, it doesn't piss me off
Oh, it
because
does.
it's not real.
He's the
you know
king
what I
of-
mean? It's not real.
He's the king of
The
I'm
whole-
not pissed,
The
but
whole
I'm
idea of
pissed.
the Cowboys being American, that's been dead for a long time. We need to move on.
What else? Okay, what's next?
Well, that ain't it. I'm
What's
going to tell you
next?
that right now.
All right,
No
Sunday
offense.
Night Football, what did we watch happen?
We watched the Ravens run rampant.
More specifically, whom?
Derrick Henry. Yes.
Derrick You guys ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Derrick Henry will be the last running back elected to the Hall of
I
Fame.
agree with you. I don't think that's an overreaction. Hold on a second.
Well,
hold on a second. Now, you're not including running backs that deserve to be in, that should get in, like Frank Gore. One day, Roger Craig will get in.
No, I'm talking about guys who are active.
Guys who get drafted
Yes.
from here on out.
Right.
Or current running backs in the NFL.
Exactly. Not talking about any old timer.
By the way, just a little pushback here. I said 2-3 years ago this guy was a Hall of Famer, and I heard it from the right and the left in this room.
Well, it was 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so I was calling my shot. But now you're agreeing with me. He isn't going to the Hall of Fame.
I am
now.
agreeing
All right,
with you,
very
yes.
good. Thank you for that.
He's the last one.
Saquon might
That's
go
it.
on a nice run.
I mean, he's going to have a seriously nice
McCaffrey's just got to have no tendonitis anymore.
run. McCaffrey, I think, is going to be one of those what-if careers.
I'm kind of taking a look at all the NFL running backs current. I mean, look, Rich, you're big on Jahmyr Gibbs. Will Jahmyr Gibbs have a great enough career
Dude,
to eventually?
I
Are
don't
any
know,
of these
but-
guys going to get to
but,
10,
like,
11,
yeah,
12,000 yards?
This guy had
all have a chance.
Dude, this guy basically had to put a for hire sign out at age 30 because he's 30. Like, why the and he was, and this is, I understand what I'm saying when I say these words. Only $7 million a year. And that's the thing, I don't understand with the valuation of running backs anymore. How many teams would give their left you-know-what to have somebody be such a difference maker, and all it is $7 million on the salary cap? But you hear it's a running back who's 30, you're like, oh, no. We can't have that. We're not going to find space for that. We can't afford that. Come on. And that's part of the reason why this guy may be the last running back elected to the Hall of Fame. I'll just say that's an overreaction, just thinking that there's going to have to be somebody who's incredibly special that overcomes the clear, insane bias on paying running backs and keeping them upright with their, salary caps and all of that stuff, man.
Every running back over 12,000 career yards is in the Hall of Fame or will get in the Hall of Fame. Most over 11,000 are in. Any running back is going to have that type of longevity
I understand. Like,
to
if
get
that's
there.
the metric, then obviously you're right. I'll just push back on this and say I'm close. I'm close to being with you. What else you got?
It's like a 300-game winner in baseball. That ain't happening again.
What else you got?
For the first 4 weeks, maybe the best quarterback in the NFL has been Jaden Daniels.
I would agree.
Jaden Daniels is better than any quarterback drafted in the 2020s.
Give me the names who are included in this front.
2020s. You're looking at that draft class specifically. That's Justin Herbert. That's Jalen Hurts. That's Joe Burrow. That's Tua. That's Jordan Love. After the fact, you're talking about C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You're talking about...
It's still
Brock
an overreaction.
Purdy,
As
you're
much
talking
as
about...
you know how I've been talking about him of late too, and I lone wolf the Commanders. I still can't. I know he just beat Burrow too. I get it. It's 4 games. It's still 4 games. I gotta even pump the brakes on myself here. But
He's
you're not
NFL
wrong.
records after 4 weeks.
Dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. 2 weeks was just, you could see
2 weeks
he was,
were like, oh, this is a good 2 weeks.
He was just coming straight out of the nest. He's learning how to fly. Now he's taking off like a rocket ship. It's kind of like Succession. First couple episodes, you're like wondering what's going on here. I see something there, and then whoosh. But then suddenly you're not serious people. But I'll just push back on that one too. Well, you're getting close to being perfect here. What else you got? What else?
The guy Jaden Daniels beat a couple weeks ago, Joe Burrow, gonna have the Bengals back in the playoffs this year.
I don't think that's an overreaction. Hey, man, he's had 100 passer rating or better 3 straight games. The defense needs to tighten the bolts a little bit here.
Big time.
And I'm wondering if that win against Carolina was a get-right game or just them beating a lesser opponent in a way that they hadn't already this season. And I mean, it was a big game against Baltimore. Big at home. Got to win it.
Big.
They win that, though, that's going to be, 2-3 above the Ravens in the standings because the Ravens will be 2-3 and they'll have held their ground at home in division, which is you have to do in order to actually win that division. They haven't played Pittsburgh yet. I'm not done with the Bengals. 1-3 is better than 0-4, though. This just in. What else you got, Chris?
2 more. AFC West and NFC North. I think we could say those are the 2 best divisions in football right now.
Well, they're the only divisions without a sub-500 team with them.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
They're going to have more combined playoff wins than the rest of the NFL.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. That means a couple teams make it and a couple teams advance, and one of them goes to the Super Bowl, and if not both, yeah, they got the Super Bowl winner in their spot. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Because that would mean like the Bills or the Niners or whomever, or the Seahawks or the Rams.
Yeah,
or
basically
if they
a one
make
and
it,
done, essentially.
Right, the Bills or somebody like the Steelers or the Ravens go on a run. Yeah, I'll buy it. Or the Texans can bust that one up.
Okay.
Bucks or the Saints can bust that one up.
Buying that.
But I will buy those 8 teams over the other 24.
Do you think
combined.
those 2 divisions get both Super Bowl teams?
Right now, it sure looks that way. That was my preseason prediction.
Vikings Chief a 70s Super Bowl,
No,
right?
it was Chiefs Lions prior to the season.
Oh,
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this and
I'm
my
saying
other
Vikings
show.
right now.
Sure, that's another one too. Good one.
Which I'm busy Sunday mornings.
What else?
Last one.
Yeah.
And this solves an issue that we talked about earlier in the show. The Rams and Dolphins should work out a trade for Matthew Stafford. Win-win, both teams.
Why is that? Dude, the Rams have got to be sitting around saying...
This is a lost season.
No.
This is the season from hell. Half our team is hurt.
No.
Matthew's getting old. Let's do right by him. Let's send him to a team that can compete where he wants to go. Rich, you get older, you go to South Florida. You know this. The Dolphins, that solves their issue. No rush to bring Tua back this year. Rams can reload, get some draft
I
picks,
see what you're saying.
Fix 2025 and beyond.
Oh, my God. Listen, I'm just trying to bring this segment and our podcast together. On the pod, you were saying the Chiefs should get Tyreek Hill back.
By the way, they trade, and they should do that, and you notice that's getting picked up nationally now.
Picked up nationally because Matthew Berry tweeted it.
And other people. NFL
Okay, very
rumors,
good.
just
Listen,
saying.
I'm just saying Kansas City and Tyreek Hill are not getting back together. That's not happening.
Never seen it.
In my opinion. Also, the Rams have got to be looking around and saying, damn, we almost came close in Chicago.
Yeah, but they should be 0-4.
And damn,
let's be honest.
No. They could easily be 3-1.
Oh.
I'm sitting here. Listen, that game in Arizona was a lost cause. Okay? They could have easily won that game on the first night, right, in Detroit. Bottom line is, Nakua's coming back. Kupp's coming back. You got to figure your left side of the line's coming back. Just stay with it. Stay with it. They're not trading Stafford. Get out of here. That is an overreaction, sir.
They lose to Green Bay this week, 1-4. Then what?
I don't know. There's the best they'll go is 13-4. They're not trading Matthew Stafford.
They should think about it.
They will not. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.